Do you get junk leads? I get junk leads all the time. You know what I like to do sometimes with the junk lead? I like to have a look at their funnel. So today we're going to audit one of the junk leads that found their way into my inbox today. Let's check it out. All right, so new lead hits my inbox directly from my Slack into my inbox and wants to get my attention. There's nothing more annoying than that. I have not been a big fan of receiving it. Therefore, my agency, we do not do the spammy cold outreach stuff. But this, sometimes I like to audit just to see what they're doing, what their approach is, because I'm a marketer and I'm curious. So in this case here, Ella Williams, I've taken out her name or her email and phone number. You don't need that information. This was the pitch. Looking for quick working capital, get approved instantly, no credit checks, no paperwork, just a smooth, easy process. See what you qualify for today. All right, cool. Fantastic. Junk mail, junk lead. But I wanted to do a deeper dive into what they're doing, because if they're spending a lot of money on some sort of an outreach service, it begs the question, well, what are they doing with their digital presence? So when I went over to their website, Reach Out, I noticed that they got a pretty clean website, lots of thorough content on it, but there are some low-hanging fruit issues that I think they can address. First of all, not a big one, but right here, see this little image here? And I know you're a business that uses this exact same unsplashed image, but man, as a marketer, I've seen that image a billion times, and there's no chance that that woman or that lady is working for this company amongst thousands of others. So maybe pick a new icon, maybe actually pick a person, maybe pick the owner of the company if you're the owner of the company. Maybe Ella should use her photo in that image there. It says, hi there, have a question, text us here. Great, let's text them. Oh, enter your question below and a representative will get back to you right away. You just served me a contact form. That's not what I thought I was getting when I clicked that button. Essentially, what you should be leveraging are AI-powered conversations, like a platform like Chatello.ai that can have those conversations for you and answer a lot of those FAQs, rather than this contact form, which is just the same thing as me going to the contact form, right? So it's kind of redundant. So I would actually kill this, get an AI-powered agent, check out Chatello.ai, another plug for Chatello. Fix that chat there. That'll make it more engaging for a user visiting the website. Next, need working capital. Okay, I guess it addresses the pain point. You basically help people get working capital. I get it. So not bad, quick and simple. Apply now. Let's go through the process of applying now. Oh, boom, big pop-up contact form. Okay, Reach Out Capital application. Great. It's a little complicated though. You got your owner too. Okay, all right. A little redundant. I would just keep it as simple as possible. Name and email is great. You're going to get a lot of leads just using name and email compared to adding additional fields, low friction, more leads. Uh-oh, I can't even get off of this page. Oh, that's a problem. It sucked me in there. I can't even get off of this. Let's just fill this in, see what happens. Boom, boom, test@test.com. All right, submit. Oh, it's going to make me do this. No, it's not. All right. Proceed anyway. They're working on it. Let's just go through the process. All right. Oh, wow. Okay. I got a verification audit report. No chance am I going to fill in all this information with the little information I have on this company, especially if I'm coming from this cold outreach lead. I just don't see myself filling in this funding application form. To be honest, I ain't got time for that. So, make the process much more smoother. And if I was Reach Out Capital, I would really build up my brand, build up the brand through thought leadership pieces, lead magnets, webinars, all this type of stuff to educate the audience before they're going to trust you with their time and potentially your advice. So, I would definitely help build that brand. And so it does beg the question, well, what are they doing on social? Well, let me just go to their Facebook icon here. It doesn't go to a Facebook page. Another problem. Update your icons with your actual links. Oh, look, LinkedIn, straight back to the page. So, ton of flaws. And I go to their blog. Let's see the last blog post here. Removing negative information from your report. Okay. November 28th, 2020. So according, in the eyes of Google, this business is pretty dormant. They have not posted on their blog since COVID. And so it's like, it doesn't look like they've been active in a while, so their SEO is probably not very good. There are a lot of other things I would do if I was this company before taking the plunge into cold outreach. I'm curious to know whether cold outreach is working for this company, and I'd love to hear your thoughts as well in the comments below. Is cold outreach in contact forms or spam or in email boxes, is cold outreach working for you? Please drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear your take on it. In my opinion, this approach, what Reach Out is doing right now, is probably not working. Anyway, love to hear your thoughts. If you like this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you soon.